Hey, I'm Stefan.
I'm Conrad.
I'm Cole.
And I'm Aiden.
And you're watching,
Music
Enthusiast.
Hey, what's up? I'm Sarah from Music Enthusiast, and today I'm here with new friends. How are you guys?
We're
Good.
great.
We're doing
How are
good.
you?
Wow.
Feeling all right.
I'm so good. I've been obsessed with you guys since like early 2020. I found Purple Candy, and it's so good. So it's so great to be talking to you guys.
Great to be talking to you.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome to
thank
hear
you.
too.
You guys all met in college and like have been in bands before like this one. So obviously this one is more serious. What major differences have you seen between like this band compared to the other ones?
Yeah. So
Me personally,
like,
I've never been in a band. I
Yeah.
know Aiden
Yeah,
has.
neither have I.
yeah, so
I've
that's the
been in a
cool thing is like
band.
Conrad and I have been in bands in high school, and then
Yeah.
Cole and Stefan were just really into music and came to college for it. The major difference is I really gel with these guys more than anyone I've ever worked with, and I think we're just, we're on the right track, and we all kind of understand each other musically and just as friends. Like, we're brothers now.
Yeah.
Yeah. As cliche as it is, yeah.
There's not like a band is a band regardless of what music you're making. There's going to be the same issues that come up. It's the same kind of, relationship. But with this group of guys, it's like, cutting through butter. It's just everything is so smooth. Everything just works out the way that, we all collectively want it to work out. There's 4 brains that are all working together.
Coming from different areas as well.
Coming from different, yeah, it's such a
sound.
It's such a unique situation where all 4 brains are completely different but cohesively create one, brain, which is New Friends. So I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Obviously, being 4 people, that can be like chaotic at times. So especially during like the creative process, what do you guys do when your ideas don't line up?
We yell at each other. No, I'm just kidding. Usually,
you get in the ring.
It changes. Sometimes we take a break, come back to it. Sometimes we'll just keep pushing through and we'll just find something that we all like.
I think we understand now that most of our differences are because we all want the same thing. Like, we all want the song to be a banger,
Yeah.
But everyone has
That's gonna
their
be.
different little ideas that they think belong in a song, and some just make the cut and some don't. But usually if it's like it's 3 against 1, like, sorry man, like, your idea sucks.
Yeah.
But if it's if you can give us a valid reason and keep throwing your idea down our throats, then your idea is gonna stick. Like, Conrad will be like, he'll make it known that like his demo that he's made is like really, really good, and he'll make sure we hear it like 400 times until we're like, yeah, actually that's really good. Whereas like
force
if you
feed
don't-
it down their
yeah.
throats.
Yeah.
And that was like Purple Candy too. Like, I remember just going to Cole like the night after we wrote it and was just like, this is the song. We got to find a singer, and we found Stefan, and like we all were on board. And most of the ideas in that song came very fast. Like, they were just like, yeah, that works. There wasn't a ton of like, I don't think we like that part. If that's how I recall it. I don't know about you, Cole and Stefan.
Yeah, no, it kind of was like everything that we went through was just like the good idea. And we were also like making it for fun at the time. So we were just like kind of going with the flow.
Yeah, we weren't even a band when we made that song.
Oh wow.
Which is kind of cool.
Dudes. Just a collective of dudes.
Just some guys being dudes making a song.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any fondest musical memories, whether it's together or like just in music in general?
I went and saw Green Day with my cousin and my brother. They're like one of my favorite bands growing up, and we had seen them a few times. Them for the certain show, I think it was like 2016 or 17, and we were first row in the mosh pit, and Catfish and the Bottlemen was opening. It was fucking amazing.
And I've seen Cole play a couple times, and I've seen them at smaller venues. And I remember seeing them at where was it? It was in Detroit at like a really big stadium. And like at one point, it all just went black, and it was the first time everyone started wearing those colorful bracelets that lit up. and everything lit up throughout the whole thing. There's these giant, like colorful flashing balls flying everywhere. And I was like, that sounds weird, but anyway. At that point, I was like, this is insane. Like, I have to do this. And like, I want to be on stage doing that, exactly that.
Being Chris Martin.
Being Chris
Yeah.
Martin.
I would say my fondest musical memory is just early on, when it was the first time I like figured it out that I wanted to do it, which was early on, like 4 years old. But the first time I ever like got on a stage when I was like 8, and I'm just ripping the drum kit on stage, and it was like at that point I was not 8 years old. I wasn't Conrad. I was just
That was a legend.
I was in a completely different zone, and it was like, ever since that first time I ever stepped on stage, whether it was behind a drum kit or, you know, whatever it is now that I'm playing on stage, I just felt it, like that feeling was so addicting that I was like, I can't do anything else with the rest of my life. Like, it has to be me on stage and just, you know, me and whatever music I just created having a moment, and it just happens that a bunch of people are watching me have that moment. But I'm just chasing that feeling since I was 8 all the time. It's just like, do it. That's all I want. It's just that feeling again of like, you're not you anymore. You're just you in the music. You're, you know?
Yeah, that's incredible. And what show were you performing at while you were 8 years old? I want to know.
I put on my own charity
Wembley.
event when I was 8. Yeah, so I was raising money in Uptown Waterloo, where I'm from, for the
Okay.
Children's Wish Foundation. My dad kind of just was like,
That's
"Hey,
amazing.
this kid rips drums. We should put him in front of a bunch of people." And I was so young, I didn't know like you're supposed to be nervous. Like, I just kind of just did it, and I was like, "Oh, this
Wait, was
feeling's
it just you
amazing."
playing drums or was it the band?
No, it's just me ripping drums for like 8 hours
Oh,
all day,
jeez.
all day.
This guy.
Man, the best thing about being like that age is there's no expectations either, right? So
No,
you're just like
no.
so in like just lost in the feeling of just being there in the moment. You're not thinking about any expectations people have for you. You're just like you're an 8-year-old kid
You're
who's
just
shredding
loving
on
it.
drums and you're
Yeah,
just
yeah.
enjoying it. So
That's
Probably
that's
good
the
to like do that
That's-
as a kid too, because me personally, like, I hadn't sang in front of anyone until I got into the program, and I was like so nervous. I remember the first time I did it, I like blacked out straight up. I was like playing, and my vision totally like tunnel vision blacked out, but I just kept playing, and then I don't know, but I guess if I would have done that when I was younger, probably would have been a lot better.
Yeah.
But I'm good now, I think.
yeah, I think you're doing
Hopefully.
okay.
Yeah, you're doing all right.
This guy.
The sarcasm, by the way.
No, Cole, what was your music memory?
Oh, my honestly, probably like exactly what Stefan said. For what he was talking about blacking out when Stefan and I were in a band for our first program or for our first year, and it was just like a performance class where everyone got put in a band and you played a song, and like after that first performance, like I remember just like we got a standing ovation and I was like freaking out because it was like the first time I've ever played in front of anyone. It was just like, yeah, it was a crazy
And
feeling.
it was that night, that same night, I texted Cole because we had been kind of like just linking up and going to the studio and just working on random stuff.
Yeah.
And it was like that week that we started writing Purple Candy. And that night after I saw them perform, I was like, who's the singer in that band? Like, he's fucking amazing. And we talked to Stefan. He's like, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm down.
Yeah,
And then he came into
Aiden-
the studio, heard the song, and was like, oh, I'm so down. So
Yeah, he
That's how
Also,
the band
weirdly
started.
enough,
coming up to
like
me and just being like, "Yo, you're gonna sing on this." And I was like,
yeah, weirdly enough too, is all three of us were in the same classes in the same like group for like all of first year, and it was just weird that it all worked out like that.
mhm.
Yeah.
And then so Conrad came around the following year. We knew of him. He was like the smart guy who would talk during the lectures. Like, it was like
Yeah.
usually me and him who would be like talking during these lectures, like trying to say our piece. But like we didn't really talk to each other until second year. And then we became close, and here we are.
Yeah,
There's a little,
like everyone says, the rest is history.
It's history.
there's a lot of history to be made, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's totally crazy how like it all connects somehow.
Yeah.
Especially because like Stefan went to school before MIA and so did I. And then Aiden, didn't you take a year off?
Yeah, like the odds of us ending up in the same year and then
Yeah.
even in the same lab, like the
that's
labs
pretty
were
crazy.
like, I think there was like 120 people at the start in our program, which isn't like a ton, but like the labs were split into like what, like 12 people, and like the three of us just happened to be in the same lab. Like, it was, like,
Yeah.
really weird.
Also, wasn't even planning on being
Yeah.
a singer. I was planning on being a EDM producer. And now here
Yeah.
I am.
Totally
See you
different.
later, EDM.
Maybe
But the
it's
cool
like
thing,
merge into it, like
yeah,
merge EDM into New Friends. If you're
Well,
doing-
we
That's the
kind
cool
of do
thing.
have like a little bit of that in our music. Like a lot of our melodies are very like in EDM. It's all about the melody.
Mhm.
And I think like with our music, we have a lot of catchy melodies, which stems from EDM. I feel
We're also not
which
afraid
stems from Stefan.
from my brain. Yeah.
with the EDM stuff. You can point your fingers at a lot of things and be like, oh, that's an EDM trick. To like even like with like alternative rock pop, like the music that we're making, we're not afraid to do like a filter, like an EDM filter on the song, because why not? You know, like why, like we all come from different backgrounds, and like that's what makes it fun, is that we can be like, this is a pop song that has no synths in it, but
Yeah,
let's do a filter like an EQ, like what, like EDM, why not? You know?
nice to get to the end of a song and be like, I haven't heard anything that sounds like that. You know what I mean? Like that's where we've been lately. Like we see like influences, we hear some influences, but we feel like we're really creating our own sound now. And I think that's based on the fact that we all have these different music backgrounds, like EDM, and Cole loves like, you know, blues rock and guitar rock, and Conrad's great with production, whether it's pop or hip hop, and you know, like it's all just coming from all over the place. So
Yeah.
Is that like nerve wracking in a sense too? Because you're like, no one's ever heard this before. So like, what is it? What reaction is it gonna get? Sort of
We
thing.
hope that it's gonna get a good reaction.
We-
But
I-
I mean, there's
it's
always
fun
that,
for
there's
us
always
though.
that chance that it doesn't.
Yeah,
Like in the end, we are making music that we would like to listen to as well, right? Like that, like we are viewing it from a consumer point as much as anyone else, because you know it's important to make a song and then think about how other people are going to listen to it.
yeah.
So we're not making things that we don't like listening to on our own, right? Like I know these guys especially, because I get a call every 5 minutes. I just listened to this like 20 times in the car on the way over to work or something, because we enjoy listening. Like we want to make music that we would even listen to, right? Like we're not making anything that's so out left field that all four of us are like, I'm not listening to that song ever. Like, you know, that's where we're all at when it comes to listening to it.
I definitely listen to my music all the time.
Yeah.
So like, I think that's the most narcissistic thing that we do as musicians, is we love listening to our own music until it's out, and then we
Yeah.
don't listen to it at all.
Yeah, you say bye-bye after it comes out.
Yeah.
Now we're listening to our new single like a million times, and then once it's out on Friday, smell you later.
Smell you later.
Until we play it live, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
And what do you think a live show would look like for you guys, especially now after like COVID and stuff?
You know the Katy Perry Sharks from the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Four of
Yeah.
those. Bunch
No,
of
we are gonna be the Sharks.
Light up balls.
light up balls. I think the nice thing is that we're not, every song kind of is different. It tells a different story, but also like sonically sounds different. And I feel like that's something that we're never going to lose. And we want to be able to make sure that the audience has a feeling of every single song is another journey that they're taking on. So consistently changing up each song and what we do, like for each song, how it looks is kind of going to, like, hopefully, fingers crossed, is going to be a part of the show, because I think there's just so much diversity inside of like the discography that we're building each and every day, that I would love to have a show that you're like, I know exactly what song you're talking about. They did that. And then on the next song, they did completely something different, and it looked like this. Like, always changing it up, because I feel like every song is coming from a different spot in our lives. We make a song that one day we're really happy and excited and we make Coming Back for You. But then we also have a song like Ivory Tower, which happened a month before. So there's consistently an emotional change, and we want to make sure that we visually represent that aside from actually sonically. At least that's
100%.
No, that's good.
I can't wait to see you guys live whenever you come to Montreal. Just saying.
Hey,
Coming on the
I
set.
mean, we're coming to Montreal for 2
Yes.
weeks.
Okay.
We'll do a rooftop
We'll
performance.
do it, yeah.
I'm down. Let's do it. Now on to Coming Back for You. That song is so good. I've heard it. So I mean, how are you guys feeling about releasing it?
So good. So good. So
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
we did
we're
pretty good.
sorry, the dog is barking across the yard over here. I think we're feeling pretty good. Like, it's been a long time in the works now. I think we started working on that in
December.
was it December?
The video you sent me yesterday of the final right was December 18th. So
That's nuts.
started it mid-December. I
Mhm.
thought it was the new year, but
Me too.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Take a while, and like other songs, literally like Ivory Tower took a day, 2 days.
But
Yeah.
it actually didn't take a while to make. Like, we wrote it in
Yeah.
like 3 days, 2 days, if that.
But I
Pretty
think we,
much
like,
got
kind
the
of
production
produced it.
hashed out, and
Yeah,
then
and-
really got critical on it
the
moving
fine-tooth
forward,
comb, yeah.
and making sure that we could roll it out the best possible way, I guess. Like, we wanted to do
Yeah.
a music video, which we did, and we love it. We love the concept that the director came up with, and now we get to share it finally, which is
Yeah.
really exciting.
Totally. And what was the initial idea for the song like?
The initial idea was, so Cole played a guitar riff in a bedroom. So
we were kind of
so-
like, I would say like we had our studio like in our basement room for a while, or like the main floor. And then Conrad was like, yeah, we just need a different scene. So we moved everything upstairs to this extra side room.
I
then
love
we were just
switching
kind
it
of-
up, by the way. I love
Yeah.
that. I
We were
love
kind of just messing around, and I was playing guitar, and they were like, oh, that's dope. And then we kind of just like went from there, I guess.
Yeah, Cole laid down this like high lead, punchy, in your face guitar part, and it was so important that it was that guitar part, because even though it's not playing the biggest role, because obviously now we have those, because you heard the
Yeah.
song does in the background,
Yeah.
but it was so important to have that guitar part, because it gave us an emotion. All four of us connected on the same emotion just from Cole's guitar part, that the instant, I just picked up a bass and I was just looking at Cole, and we got the do 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 do, and we're sitting there and everyone's just excited and happy just from that guitar part. And it was coming out in Aiden's playing, it was coming out in Stefan humming his melodies. Everything was just exciting. And then if it wasn't for that guitar part, I don't know how that song actually would have ended up. I mean,
Well, it's funny because that guitar part, it initially sounded like some like anthemic, like rock song, stadium
Yeah.
rock song.
Yeah.
And the song ends up turning into a pop radio kind of song, commercial sounding song. Like that original riff you played, I remember like, oh, that's kind of like Pink Lemonade, like
Yeah.
James Bay type
Mhm.
thing.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then nowhere near that in the end, which is
Yeah.
great because I'm glad it doesn't sound like that song.
it evolved, yeah.
The
And I'm not,
neighborhood already
like-
ripped them off.
Not to be cliche or anything, but like the guitar part was kind of like a driving sound. Like, I don't know, that's like what I hear when I'm
Yeah.
playing it. And like to go along with the lyrics of the chorus, like it just went like
Mhm.
it went really well, I think.
Yeah. So that's
Oh yeah.
it started off, the song started off as a feeling. It didn't start off as I have something to say. It started off
Yeah.
as a feeling.
The
Because
chorus came like right away. Like
Yeah.
it came out of nowhere. Like as soon as that guitar riff, like we basically wrote the chorus in like 5 seconds.
yeah, it
From
was
what I remember.
well, we're in Canada, right? So in December, January, February, by then you're sick of the cold in the winter. Like you enjoy it for like
Yeah.
November, and you're like taking all of your fun like outdoor like snow pics, and then you can't get your car out of the driveway for like a month, and you're like, I'm
Yeah.
over it. So that whole, all of us were feeling that a little bit. We were all kind of in, the guys were working a job that they had to drive all day in the snow. So no one really liked the snow. So the feeling of this summer, snow's gone, and it's just you driving around with the person or the people that you care about in the midnight sky, just listening to your favorite song. Like it started off as a feeling, but first and foremost, before it turned into, this lyrical story that we built. It started off as a feeling.
That's so cool, and you totally feel that feeling when you listen to the song. Like it's total like a driving and like rolling the windows down song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
Thank you. We did it, boys.
But we want it.
Woo!
We hit the mark.
And the music video too, it looks so fun. I mean, you have like the Taylor Swifty like poster boards. You're like flipping in the water with your clothes on. You're like jamming. So I mean, what was filming the music video like?
Fun fact, that pool was so cold.
So cold.
Oh
Yeah,
It was
it was like 60
65
degrees.
It was ridiculous. And then we just had to play after, and it was even colder out of the pool.
So
Yeah,
fun
it was
though.
so
it was
hard.
so
It was
fun
great.
though.
Yeah, I had a great time.
That music video is going to be definitely an incredible memory, because we were spending a lot of time apart when that music video was being set up and planned out. And it was, getting to us a little bit, because the four of us weren't in a room together for such a long time, for more than like 5 minutes. So we all kind of got to the set, to the location, and within an hour, like everyone was just, it was like hanging out with your best friends all day. Also, you're doing what you love to do. It was like the most fun thing ever. Like all four of us were just sitting down. I remember crew would come up and be like, you guys are just so entertaining to hang out with, and we're like, we're having so much fun. Like this is fun for us. Like
Also, the
enjoy
crew
every
that we
moment of
worked
it.
with was absolutely incredible. Like they
So good.
helped
Yeah.
us
They were
think
dope.
through everything, and they made everything just glide through the whole day. Like it was great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
definitely.
they were nuts.
And I think
CJ Kim was the director, and I was put in contact with her. My friend Andy Yoon, who ended up doing the coloring, and he was shooting that day. He did great work, but he put us in contact with her, and she listened to the demo and called us within like 10 minutes and was just like, I've already got a concept for this video. And we're like, okay, shoot. She's like, oh, well, those like early 2000s, late 90s rom-coms, that's kind of the feel I got when I heard the song. So she wanted to kind of replicate those scenes, and I think we nailed it pretty well, even with the promo.
Yeah.
Like I'm really happy with how it turned out, and their whole crew is just phenomenal. I'm really excited for whatever they do next, because they're gonna win some Oscars or something. I don't know.
It was so
nuts.
much fun. It was such a fun shoot. I mean,
Yeah, it went
was-
really smoothly too.
yeah, and I mean that, keep in mind, we didn't see the stress that went into it beforehand. We just saw the results, right? So obviously we're like super grateful and appreciative of like all the work that the crew and the team did. But the day of, the fact that it was so fun for everyone, even the people who were working for the entire like 14 hours, when it was all said and done, everyone was smiles, everyone was having fun. And that's when I was like, you know what? This is the perfect video for the song, because that's what the song's about. That's exactly what it was about, is what we just did today. So yeah, I was one of my favorite memories.
It's tough when you're an independent band too, because you're working within a budget, whatever you have. So it's like every choice you make is like, are we investing in this? Like, is this the right move? And I think there was questions throughout that process, was like, well, is a music video like what we want to do right now? And we just felt so strongly about the song and the vision behind the song that it made so much sense to do. And yeah, we just couldn't be happier with how it ended up turning out in the end. But I guess we'll see what people think.
Yeah, I mean, it's so great. It looks so fun. So what's your favorite like scene in the music video?
Oh,
I already
definitely.
know.
Definitely,
Cool
when we're
scene.
all playing together. Oh, in the
Bro,
actual
Cole's
video,
scene.
yeah,
Cole's
it's Cole,
scene
that
is my
one scene, Cole.
favorite. Cole's
I don't
scene
think
is
it's
my
that
favorite.
great, but the boys are hyping it up a little bit.
I
Yeah,
love
it's
it.
pretty fun.
The scene, the
But no, it was definitely
scenes of
fun to do.
us- Yeah, the scenes of us playing were also really fun to do, and then
Yeah.
like, jumping into the water and playing wet after was really fun.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So
Honestly, though, playing to the song is so like such an awkward feeling when you're not like
Oh,
really
yeah.
playing it.
Mm.
And
when
then
everyone's
there's like
around you too.
there's like 20 people behind the camera
You're
just
just like-
staring at you while you're like you're faking this performance. But it's
fucking
really
weird.
awkward, but like really fun at the same time.
Yeah, performance shots were great. My favorite was the aside from Cole's scene, which will go down as the best New Friends music video scene I think in history. My favorite was when we were doing the performances and we are like, okay, we'll start doing the wet performances, which will make sense to people watching when they see the video. Otherwise, they're freaking out right now. Like, I get it. When we had to do the wet performance scenes, we thought it was gonna be just like jumping in the pool and then quickly getting out, putting on the guitar, getting the synthesizer out and then going again. But then I don't know if it was just like we got excited or carried away or if it was on purpose, but we ended up staying in that pool for like 25-30 minutes. Just like we had a chicken fight, but that wasn't even planned out. I think it was just the four of us were like, I think we should fight. That's what we should do. We should fight to the death. So we had a chicken fight. And then
They made it in the video.
Who won?
Conrad and Cole.
We lost it. I lost my balance.
These guys.
Honestly, that was super fun going in the pool, even though it was freezing, but
so cold.
It was a really good time.
Yeah.
Sarah, what was your favorite scene like to watch?
Oh my god, I forgot who, but someone did a backflip into the pool and I really enjoyed that.
Oh yeah, I was a fan.
And it was right on the line that says, "What if we jumped?"
Yeah.
Which was good. Yeah.
And if new friends can play on any planet, which planet would it be and why?
Mars!
We had this conversation the other night.
Oh my god.
Mars. We said if there's a chance that they can send us to Mars and we will be the first band on Mars.
First band on Mars. I want to be the first band on Mars.
We're gonna have to change our name to New Friends on Mars.
Good. Let's like book a rocket ship right now and go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm surprised how fast we had an answer for that. People are gonna be like, "What kind of conversations do they have?"
It was I remember we were just sitting outside and there was like a really starry night. We were like, how cool would it be to just be the first band on Mars?
And you were also high as fuck.
This is true.
Well, I mean, it's good you have these conversations because now you're prepared for it.
Yeah, now
we're here for a good time, not a long time.
That's
That's
it,
why
man.
we're going to Mars. That's why we're going to Mars.
Exactly.
That'll be our first tour.
We got Space Captain down there too. He's gonna.
We're gonna be touring the galaxy instead of the world.
Yeah, once Earth is done with us, we'll move on to Mars.
Yeah.
And then after Mars, we'll find another planet.
It's a David Bowie tribute show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. That's gonna be so cool. Can't wait. Who are your favorite up and coming artists right now?
Up and coming. Oh.
There's this band on our similar artists on Spotify called Motel 7.
Mm-hmm.
And they're so sick.
Yeah, they make some dope music.
Motel 7's so good.
Honestly, our good friend Niall, he finally released his first song, but his music that he was making in our program was incredible.
Yeah, Niall for sure. Niall Mutter.
Niall Mutter.
He's gonna be
Coachella stage.
The next, I don't know, but he's just amazing.
He's incredible. New artists other than that.
I gotta look.
There's, I mean, we can do the classic Friends shout out. But I think like the honest, non-biased for sure is Motel 7. I think we can all agree is incredible, and they've been, our fans also listen to on our page for a while now, and we've kind of been able now to like become fans because they haven't left, and we're like, okay, well, let's see our listeners are clearly enjoying this band, so let's, give them a listen. And they're incredible. I mean, every single song is unreal. Aiden showed me a few of their songs before I even joined the band, and I was like, whoa, these guys are really good. Yeah.
Only a matter of time.
What about this guy?
Conrad,
Yes, Conrad solo.
waiting for you.
Waiting for you. Yeah, I had my the bleachers thing.
Hey
That's the
man,
fun.
I listen to
Hey,
Waiting
fine.
for You all the time.
I know. All the time.
You're the only one.
Yeah, you're the only one, man.
That's where all your streams are coming from.
I'm just kidding.
I love it. Well, thank you so much, guys, for chatting with me. It was so great to finally meet you guys, and I can't wait for that trip to Mars.
Thank you so much for having
We'll be
me.
announcing the details pretty soon. So
Yeah,
Earth
I think it's
Mars show, Earth show, Venus show.
it's gonna be the
We're
most
just in talks with-
expensive beer.
we're trying to figure it out with Elon right now and just
Yeah,
get it all together.
It takes
Before we
so
announce it.
long to answer. It's actually crazy.
it's been like
man,
6 years
we
now.
DM'd him like 10 times.
Yeah.